Denver Broncos picked at number 3, I believe it was, in 2011, Von Miller from Texas A&M. Charean, you would know that. Was he third or second? He was third, wasn't he? Was he third?
He was third. Yeah, I think so.
He was third.
He was third.
All right.
Right?
I think he was. He's entering season number 11. I know that with the Denver Broncos. George Paton, the GM of the team, addressed the media today. They have until March 16 to make a decision on picking up an option for Miller for the final year of his contract, $18 million. There's a vague issue that's hovering over Von Miller, an off-the-field criminal investigation that no one has really shared many details about. It was referred to district attorney for evaluation recently. Here's Peyton talking about that legal situation involving Von Miller.
Still working through it with Von and his agent, and in regards to the legal process, we're just going to let the legal process play out before but obviously it's a serious situation, but we want to let it play out before we comment on that. We want to bring Von back, and we're still working through that. I don't want to get into everything, but we want to bring him back. And obviously the legal process, what he's going through, it's a serious, situation, obviously. And I don't know all the details, but we respect what's going on. But, we do want Von back.
Hey, I'll tell you what, if you don't know the details of the legal situation 12 days before you have to decide whether or not to pick up an $18 million option, you know what that means, Charean? That means you're not picking up the $18 million option, because you would know everything, unless he just didn't want to get into it. If that was his way of punting on the topic, I would be damn sure that I knew everything there was to know about what Von Miller was facing if I'm thinking about picking up that option. Now, maybe they're going to negotiate something with him, but I still want to know what is going on with Von Miller and whether and to what extent he's going to end up on the paid leave commissioner exempt list. So I'm paying part of that $18 million, or whether it's $15 million, $14 million, $12 million, whatever. Am I paying him that to not play? Do I have to worry about him being suspended without pay? I want to know all that now. And I think it's reckless to not know that if you're thinking about keeping him. So if George Paton's telling the truth, tells me that it's just a matter of time before Von Miller's a free agent.
Von Miller was second overall, by the way, and I'm disappointed myself. I didn't know that
wrong.
Because at the time, Quentin Coriat was a second overall pick, and Von tied that, and then Myles Garrett obviously was a first overall pick. But yeah. I digress.
Should have thought of that 5 minutes ago.
Yes, I should have. The Broncos are in a very tough spot, Mike. First of all, with the legal issue, as we've said, maybe they won't know everything they have to know about that before they sign it, re-sign him, whatever they're going to do. Pick up the option, and I don't think they pick up the option. I think they try to work something out with him if they're going to keep him. They're not going to give him $18 million and guarantee that $7 million unless they're absolutely certain on that. But then you have the ankle injury, right? You have a guy who hasn't had double-digit sacks in 3 years. 2018 was the last time that he had double-digit sacks because he didn't play all that well in 2019. I know he made the Pro Bowl, had 8 sacks, and obviously he didn't have the guy across from him, Chubb, rushing the passer too. Bradley Chubb, he got hurt that year. But still, nonetheless, he missed the entire year last year with that ankle injury. So you got him coming off an ankle injury. You have the legal issues. If I'm the Broncos, I'm uncertain here what to do. You certainly don't want to see him walk away for nothing and go somewhere else and go back to the form that he had in 2018, 2017, most of his career, and become one of the NFL's best edge rushers again. You don't want that, but on the other hand, you also don't want to pay him, and then he either doesn't come off the ankle injury like you think or hope that he will, or you have the legal issues that earn him a suspension. So to me, they're in a really tough spot right now, Mike.
Here's the other side of it, too, and we don't know what Von Miller wants because he hasn't said so. Von Miller may want exactly what J.J. Watt wanted in Houston. He may want a ticket out. And he's got an easy ticket out if he wants one because all he has to say is, I'm not compromising on my $18 million that I'm due to make. Now, he's got other issues depending upon what happened with this legal situation, and he surely knows the details better than George Paton. That doesn't mean he knows what the outcome's going to be. But I just feel like the time's come for Von Miller to go somewhere else, go somewhere where he has a chance of winning a championship. The Browns were interested in J.J. Watt. Didn't work out. Okay, Von Miller and Myles Garrett, put a couple of former Aggies together. I have a feeling there may be a Browns jersey hanging behind you once in a while if that ended up being the case in Cleveland, where you get a couple of Texas A&M guys on both sides of the line, and that would be a heck of a pairing if Von Miller ultimately is healthy. We'll see how it plays out, though. I'd guess that he's not going to play for the Broncos again. I'll be surprised if he does.
Hi, I'm Mike Tirico, and thanks for watching. Make sure to hit subscribe for the latest news and highlights from NBC Sports.